Everyone will probably know that cows are sacred in India. However, it is very curious to walk in the middle of a city of millions of people and see huge traffic jams because there is a cow walking on the road, and nobody does anything about it until it gets out of the way by itself. Also, it is very common to see the whole population trying to feed the animals, as they believe it will bring them good luck. 2. In India, it is completely illegal to keep dolphins in captivity, and even more so for them to be used for public entertainment, as they claim it would be an infringement of the animal's rights. Admirable. 3. In Hinduism, the predominant religion in India, there are over 8 million gods, each dedicated to a different area. However, the main deities are Brahma, creator of the universe, Vishnu, preserver of balance, and Shiva, the destroyer of the world when the time comes. Those three are the most revered and are known as Trimurti, but there are more of them quite famous and respected, like Indra, the king of the gods and protector of the gods. 4. There is also an elephant-headed god with a human body called Ganesha. He is worshipped as the god of arts and sciences and lord of the abundance. Yet another proof of why animals are so respected in this country. 5. Although Hinduism is the majority religion, a great many religions are practiced in India with a fairly peaceful coexistence. Among them Islam, with more than 14% of the population, Sikhism, with 7%, or even Christianity and Buddhism stand out. 6. With regard to Sikhism, we can also highlight several very curious facts. Practitioners of this religion believe that hair is sacred, so most of them do not cut it during their lifetime. To achieve this, they use strange turbans in which they roll their hair in several turns in an incredible and very skillful way. 7. The main center of worship for Sikhism is known as the Golden Temple in Amritsar. This place is worth seeing not only because of its incredible architectural design, but also because every night there is a charity meal where the temple serves everyone who comes to its dining hall for free and no questions asked. This is due to one of their main beliefs, that you should always do what you can for others. If you decide to go to this place to learn about this fascinating tradition, don't forget to leave a small donation to allow this place to continue its tradition, which feeds more than 30,000 people every day. If you want to know more about this very interesting religion, leave me in the comments to make a complete video about it. 8. India is the country with the highest percentage of vegetarian population in the world, and by far. Among the different types of this diet, such as lacto-vegetarians, vegans, or conventional vegetarians, they make up around 40% of the total population of the country, which is not small. This is mainly due to their respect for animals and their religious beliefs, such as reincarnation. 9. The cuisine of this country is one of the most varied and spicy in the world. For me, one of the most delicious. From vegetarian dishes such as vegetable samosas, vegetable korma or godi curry, to other types of food such as tandoori chicken or kati roll, India has food for all tastes. 10. In addition to taste and smell, touch is very important in India when it comes to food. This is due to the fact that people almost always eat with their hands in this country, or better said, with the hand, because as many of you know, you can only eat with the right hand, as the left hand is reserved for intimate hygiene when going to the toilet. 11. In India, there are a lot of curious temples that depict all kinds of intimate or reproductive scenes on their facades and inside. Many of these temples are considered World Heritage Sites by UNESCO and are well worth a visit. 12. In Indian culture and history, there is such a thing as a third gender, the so-called Hydras. They are born male but speak of themselves as feminine and always dress in women's clothes. Even if today they may just be considered as trans women, that's not exactly the case for all of them. This tradition has existed in the country for almost 2,200 years. 13. There are women-only carriages on public transport in the country. This is due to high rates of harassment of women on public transport, one of the highest rates in the world. 14. India is one of the most culturally vibrant countries in the world. They have all kinds of different festivals. Festivals of fire, water, ice, colors. 15. One of the best-known festivals is the Holi Festival, or Festival of Colors. It consists of a massive open-air celebration in which everyone dyes flour of different shades and throws them in the air or at anyone who crosses the street, covering everything in different colors. It is visually amazing, and according to tradition, it helps to release bad energies. But what is less known about this festival are the huge bonfires to burn these energies that take place on the eve of the festival. 16. The biggest pilgrimage in the world is the Mahakumbh Mela in India. It is held every 12 years in the city of Prayag, and everyone bathes together in the holy waters to cleanse their karma. This festival is the largest version of the Kumbh Mela, which is held every 3 years. 17. The Bollywood film studio in India produces more than twice as many films a year as Hollywood. Also, Indians are the largest consumers of theatrical films in the world. 18. In India, there are 6 seasons: spring, summer, monsoon, autumn, winter, and vernal. 19. Due to global warming, a territorial dispute between India and Bangladesh was settled as the disputed island sank. 20. According to a recent study, 70% of young people in India prefer an arranged marriage to a love marriage, as according to them, those are more stable. Moreover, the divorce rate is around 1%, one of the lowest in the world. 21. The Karni Mata temple in India is very peculiar for a number of reasons. However, despite its more than 6 centuries of history and a rather striking design, what stands out most about this temple are its inhabitants. And I'm not talking about the monks who guard the place, but about the more than 30,000 rats that live there. These animals, which many of us might find so unpleasant, are considered sacred in this temple and are worshipped as reincarnations of the temple deity. Furthermore, it is claimed that inside this place there have never been any cases of the spread of disease or attacks by rats. Whether the latter is true or not, it is really quite curious, isn't it? 22. Air pollution in India is a serious problem. Breathing the air in the city of Bombay for 24 hours causes about as much damage to the lungs as smoking more than 80 cigarettes. 23. More than 10% of all the world's gold is held by women in India. Although it may not sound like much, this figure is astronomical, as it exceeds the reserves of many countries, such as the USA and Germany. Most of this gold comes from matrimonial dowries. 24. In India, there are 0 rupee notes, which are often used as a protest and given to officials who ask for bribes. 25. The famous Hawa Mahal, the Pink Palace in Jaipur, was initially built to keep the women of the harem in seclusion, so that they could see the outside from the small windows, but they could not be seen. And that's all for today's video. Which of these facts did you not know? Which one did you find most interesting? Leave it below in the comments. If you liked the video, I'd really appreciate it if you could leave a like. It helps me to continue with this kind of content. Also, if you want more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell to know when I upload something new. Thank you very much for watching the video until the end, and I hope you were surprised and found it very interesting. See you soon.